I think for elite athletes like some of us that have gone through this hard time, I think we're very good at compartmentalizing things. It's very saddening. I remember just like bawling my eyes out, and I was driving at the time, so it was very hard because for the longest time, my parents would ask, "Hey Simone," like they would never push me to talk about it, but my automatic response was no. And I would be angry, and I didn't want to talk about it because I'm like, no, it couldn't happen to me. Like, there's just no way. And then you just come to realize that it has happened, and I think that's when I broke down about it, because nobody wants their daughter, or just even as an individual, to have that happen to them. So it feels like he took a part of me that I can't get back, so I'm still working on that part. So it's very hard. It is not your fault, because some of them, it's called a grooming process, and I think that's what he did. So the main part that he took away from me that I'll never get back is trust. And so I think it's very hard for me to trust some other people, and I find myself even walking down the street or being in places, I'm just very scared. So I think that was the main thing, but it'll all come back within time. I mean, it's very hard, especially for a young teen. A lot of kids get to experience high school and all the proms and all the football games and all of that, and I had to sacrifice some of those dreams for a little bit bigger one. And at the time, it's kind of crazy because you can't predict the future. So sometimes I would find myself thinking, you know, is this worth it? Because you can't predict the future. I couldn't rub a golden ball and say, hey, well, I go to the Olympics in 4 years. You never know. So you make those sacrifices in hope that you'll make it. So it's very hard. In that moment, I was 15 years old. It was in 2013. If you guys want to look it up, it's 2013 Secret U.S. Classic. I died. It was terrible. I landed on my face on floor, fell like 3 times on bars, almost fell on beam and scratched vault because it was just so dangerous. Like, my head was not there. So he said, the reason why you did this is because you're fat. Because you work so hard for your body all these years, and it's just like your body's going through changes, you're maturing, and like it's so sad to hear that. And to this day, I know that even though he called me that, that's not the reason why I fell. Right. So that's good. And like, I love my body. I think I'm a very petite girl, so as long as I feel like I love my body, it's fine. I feel like since I'm short, my muscle just stays like stacked and compacted, and I wish I was a little bit taller to lean it out. But then I'm like, you know what, God gave me this body for a reason. And even though me and I'm gonna use Allie for example as well, because we have similar body types, that wasn't the usual gymnastics body type that everyone saw winning. But I think we are really changing the game because we've stayed on top for so long. People realize you don't have to be the typical gymnast, thin, long, lean, that you can be short, compact, and powerful. I was ripped. I had a full 8-pack. My arms, like, I could beat up the boys. I did beat up one boy. He told me to, though.